Welcome to day one of the 3-day Copy to Cash Challenge. I'm John Benson, CEO and creator of Benson AI. Look, Benson is simply the world's greatest copywriter, AI or otherwise. Benson has been trained exclusively on the top offers in marketing history, learning their persuasion patterns and specific structures for high conversions for your offers. Now, Benson then translates these winning offers into your words for your offers and tailors them to your ideal buyers. And all of this is done with cut and paste simplicity because Benson is promptless AI. No messing around with prompts. We've done all that hard stuff for you. All you do is click on what you want, fill in a few bits of information here and there as needed, and then click the magic button. And yes, we actually have a magic button. Now today is all about getting the foundation of your offer nailed down to perfection. And we call that foundation your blueprint. This is the very first thing you'll do inside Benson, and it's something you'll do for each and every offer you have. Benson developed what is now referred to as RAG before the term even got popular because our team figured out that you need a reference point, a solid foundation on which to create AI-generated copy for your offer. Otherwise, you end up with generic sounding copy that simply doesn't convert. Now, we're not going to go into the techie specifics here, just wanting you to know that we're a little bit ahead of the curve. And we also wanted to give our users something that didn't exist at the time, a place to edit, refine, and optimize the language of your offer. As you'll see, you can quickly reference your blueprint from within any project you create, edit it on the fly, then rewrite any part of that project with your new updated blueprint. Blueprints are about 3 major components of any offer that you want to sell: who you are, who your ideal buyers are, and what your offer is all about. Benson will write most of the blueprint for you, but may ask for a few things here and there to learn more about you and, of course, your offer. Benson views an offer as more than just a product or service. It's how you market that product or service specifically to targeted individuals. The language may change depending on your target audience, or what we call your avatar. Now, I'm going to show you exactly how this works in just a moment, but the end result is like a roadmap to sell to the people most hungry for your offer, including the exact words and phrases that they need to hear in order to be persuaded to say yes to you and to take action. Think of it as a set of Legos. Benson will take these Lego blocks and create bridges, buildings, entire cities. Or in the language of copy, Benson will take these copy components, your ideal buyer's dreams, concerns, goals, challenges, objections, as well as your backstory, your offer details, and more, and weave all of that into email campaigns, ads, long-form sales letters, even entire offer funnels. These words and phrases will serve as the foundation on which your copy is created. In short, blueprints let you control AI rather than AI controlling you, or at least giving you a little more say over the output of the AI. With prompted AI solutions, you're required to know how to speak to the AI in order to get the output you want. But since Benson is promptless AI, all you'll do is edit your blueprint to your liking, and that will often get you the output that you're wanting. We'll go over more advanced editing and refining techniques in Day 2's training. Now, let's have a look at how to create 2 different types of blueprints: a general blueprint and a targeted blueprint. General blueprints are used to sell to more than one group of your ideal buyers. Targeted blueprints help you narrow your blueprint down to a single avatar. Targeted blueprints let you laser focus your copy on very specific avatars for your offer, while general blueprints help you sell to more than one audience. Right, your blueprints are accessible from your dashboard. I'm right here at the dashboard, and over here you can see all of my blueprints. I can just click on any blueprint in order to look at it and edit it. Or if I want to create a new blueprint, I go back to the dashboard and I create a new blueprint here. And as you can see, we have an option of Starter and Ninja. Now, this is very important because what we're doing here is telling Benson how many words you have in order to create your blueprint. For example, if you only have 20 or 30 words, you're going to want to use a starter blueprint. But if you are copying from an entire sales page, like let's say you're copying a competitor's page, you want to find out what the words and phrases that they're using that work so well, or you just have a page that you like or a Google Doc that you've written, then you're going to want to upgrade to our Ninja. Ninja is a small upgrade. Right now it's only $39 for every 90 days. That's what you want to do if you want to get up to 5,000 words. Now we're going to start with the starter blueprint. Okay, let's say that I have a memory offer that I'm selling and I only have 30 or 40 words to go by. That's totally fine. I'm going to enter the name of what I want to call my offer here. And I'll make sure I say starter so you guys can see that it is a starter. And I'm just going to paste in here 36 words. That's all I need to do. I have an offer that helps people improve their memory. It's a video training course, And this product works by activating new neural pathways through interactive memory exercises. And it's delivered over a 3-week period of time. That's all I'm writing, okay? That's all I had to tell Benson in order to create a blueprint. I'm going to click Create My Blueprint, and in about 15 to 20 seconds, Benson will analyze everything out there related to those 36 words and figure out who's your avatar, who's the most ideal person to buy this, who might I sell this to, and how. And this is exactly what it's done. Now, you're going to fill in this as you need it. The bio, first name, that's your first name, last name, your credentials, etc. You don't have to fill that in right away. Benson will prompt you to fill that in as you need it. It's guessed at your before and after. Like if you had a little bit of an elevator pitch for your before and after, like I used to be this, but now I'm this. Before I was a struggling student trying to remember information for exams. Now I'm a memory champion. I was struggling, salesperson, struggling to retain memory for pitches. Now I'm a top performer in my field. It gives you a hint of what to fill in about your own before and after story. Now, down here, we're going to start looking at who Benson thinks your ideal buyer would be. Your niche is memory improvement, brain health, and mental performance. Figured that out. Students, professionals, and older adults. Perfect. I mean, look at the differences here. Just think of it this way. If I'm selling to a student, the language is going to be radically different for their goals, but what I want to promise them, etc., than if I'm selling to a senior citizen. It's just two different avatars. So that's why we're going to look at doing a targeted blueprint as well as, in this case, a general blueprint. We'll come back and do the targeted blueprint here in a second. But I can use a general blueprint to sell to all of these people. That's great. Now, I'm just going to, just for now, for our demo, I'm going to delete professionals, even though that's perfectly fine. That's how I would do it. I would just delete it. Easy to do, right? Because I just want to focus on 2. It's a demo, so we don't need to go into all 3. Now, the secondary goals and the primary goals. The primary goal is the number one thing that your audience wants to achieve. They want to improve their memory, boost their brain function, and enhance mental performance. Now, notice it found boost your brain function, which is very cool. It's a very cool way of stating your goal, which is kind of nice. But what are the secondary goals? Retain information, improve focus, prevent age-related memory decline. You see how Benson's putting this all together, like the Lego blocks I was mentioning earlier? How we could build entire campaigns and ads and emails and sales letters off of this information. And it took, what, 15 seconds and copy, paste, click. Very simple. And it's not just goals, of course. What are the dreams of your avatar? What do they really want to achieve? What are you willing to promise them? What's the primary complaints that they have? The number one things that they struggle with, the secondary complaints. If they struggle with this, what else do they struggle with? What are some negative statistics about this topic that you may want to focus on in your ads and in your leads for your sales letters, etc.? Bad habits, consequences, just scroll on down here. Their ultimate fear. What are some false solutions, mistaken beliefs? All of this has been done for you by Benson with a simple copy and paste. Now, this is what's really cool. If you look up here, you will see a couple of things called a mistaken belief lie. What's a lie that someone may believe that will buy your product that is not true? Your memory is set in stone and can't be improved. Somebody might believe that, or you don't have the time or resources. Then Benson says, well, what's the truth to that? Looks up, defines it, analyzes it, spits it out, boom. The truth is this is 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3. That's how Benson does that. Now, it lets you click this button right here to name these beliefs so that you can brand these little things like mistaken beliefs, false solutions, things that you may want to brand and turn into entire ads. This is what's really cool. I don't have to do anything except click this button and click Create magically. And Benson does it for me. The boring exercises myth, the resource shortage deception, the unchangeable memory fallacy. Those are the 3 names it came up with for those 3 false beliefs or mistaken beliefs. I can try again if I don't like it. Just boom, boom, boom. I got them that fast. So that's how easy it is to edit your blueprint. And we're not going to edit all of these because there's a lot of variables here, and you don't have to either. You can edit as you go along. In fact, that's exactly what you should be doing. You should be editing as you need them. Benson will prompt you for the fields it needs when it doesn't have it. So you don't have to worry about this, but I do want to show you some of the highlights here. You can go down here and find out what their challenges are, etc. Now, it's going to figure out your company. It might not be the right company, but it named it for you in case you need a company name. And it's going to, of course, put in fake data for your company address. You just edit that as you need it. Now, down here is where we get some really cool stuff. Offer name. It doesn't have a name for your offer because we didn't tell it the name of the offer. So why don't we let Benson create the name of the offer? Boom. It's creating the name of the offer based on everything above, but it's also figured out that, okay, this is a video course. This is not a supplement. So it doesn't sound like a supplement. It sounds like a course, okay? Superior Mind, the 3-week neural pathway activator. Love it. That's what I'm going to call this product. That simple. Now, I can keep trying again. If I don't like those, I will just keep generating more and more as I go along. That's how easy it is to come up with a name for your offer if you don't have one. Now I can come down here and check this out. I'm just going to delete this, or actually add to it rather, and create a new offer detail section, because now I've got a different name and I want to make sure that it gets this different name in here. So I'm going to click this. Improve your memory and cognition function with Superior Mind. The program features interactive memory exercises in a 3-week training course. Notice it picked all that up just from the simple starter blueprint. Boom. I can click and I can delete this now because I don't need this. Now, that's how easy it is to edit your blueprints in Benson. And I can click here and even refine this further by clicking refine and say, I want more dimensionality to this. Dimensionality is when real world scenarios are played and real world examples are played. Sometimes this works well, sometimes it doesn't. It's completely up to you, what you like. Soak up knowledge faster, retrieve it without the struggle, sharpen your analytical and decision making prowess. Okay, it's just a little bit sexier sounding, and I'm gonna say replace the original because I like that a little better. And this is how quickly I can edit and refine my copy. Same thing down here. Now it's going to ask you to fill in the offer price because it doesn't know. What is the offer hook? The offer hook is something that you really want to think about and let Benson come up with it on its own. Memory training is what it is. You want to say, like, for example, in an ad is like, get the best memory training available online, etc. But we prefer something called lead hooks. That's even sexier. We're going to show you that too in a second. Why does this work? Does it work even if you have a busy schedule, you have a history of memory problems? Again, all from 36 words. What are the details? What are the benefits? Now, here's what we call a positive hook. This is where I want you to focus. Benson will create awesome hooks. Hooks are the things that grab someone's attention and bring them in, especially from cold traffic, like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, etc. You want a hook. You want something to really grab somebody, and something that sounds unique, something that sounds really enticing. This is called neural pathway activation. Just took it basically from my exact words. It's not a bad hook, but I can come up with even cooler hooks by creating them this simple. Neuro Boost, okay, this is kind of the mind framework, memory improvement through neural development. See, it's actually creating mind flex training. That's really cool. So I like that one, mind flex training. So that's the hook I'm going to go with, and I'm going to delete this one. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I like these things that sound hookish, like mind flex. That's kind of cool. Maybe it's because I like to work out, so mind flex, that's a good thing, right? So I'm going to come down here and do the same thing I did last time. I'm just going to delete this because I don't need it anymore, and I'm going to get Benson to customize it based on mind flex by clicking a button. And let's see what Benson writes. Uses interactive, think of it as building new roads inside your brain so information can travel faster and more easily. That's great. I love it. Okay, boom, done that simple. So if I had any studies to back that up, this is where I would fill that in. What's a study? Like, you could use a medical study, for example, if you're selling a product that, as long as you're doing within compliance, of course. I could have maybe done a study myself. We conducted a randomized control trial, et cetera, et cetera. Or it could just be an information-based study. In other words, there was a magazine article in Wired magazine showed that X, Y, and Z. Something to back up your positive hook. And what's the conclusion of that? That we don't write that for you because that would be wrong. You want to fill in that information, of course, yourself. Now, negative hook is a completely backwards from the positive hook in the sense that this is the number one thing that is causing the problem that your customer is facing. Now, forgetful minds, it's okay. And this is what I want to tell you about Benson. We're able to create this in 20 seconds, but we're not going to be able to get hooks that easily because hooks require a lot more in the back end. That's why we want you to go and create your negative and positive hook manually, just by clicking a button and clicking the create magically. So it's not hard, but this is to optimize your blueprint. It will take you 20 minutes and then you're done. Okay. Forgetful minds, I don't like that. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to do the same exact thing that I did a while ago. I'm going to delete these two. And I'm going to let Benson create them, because now, instead of creating what's called a single pass, which is what we were doing with that 36 words, now we're giving Benson all this other information that you didn't have until the blueprint was created to create a better negative hook. And let's see what it comes up with as the number one cause of the problems. Okay, toxic brain fog. Okay, MEMD, memory efficiency malfunctioning disorder, cognitive decline. Okay, now it's much more memory misfire, cognitive black hole. I mean, so you get where we're coming from, okay? So neuron drain. Now that's more of the kind of my style. I like neuron drain. So neuron drain sounds really scary, right? It does not sound like something you want to experience. And that's great for getting people in for your product. I'll do the same exact thing here. I'll click a button and let Benson write what neural drain is. It's like a battery losing charge over time. Your brain's neurons are responsible for processing, transmitting information. You can come in here, of course, and edit this to your liking. Same thing here, if you have a study to back it up, that's where you would put it. And it even writes sales bullets. Sales bullets are awesome. Sales bullets are my earmark for great copywriters. When I see copywriters come to me and go, hey, I can write copy, I just ask them to write sales bullets. Because if you can write sales bullets, you can write great copy. No doubt about that. Benson writes incredible sales bullets. The Bible technique for remembering numbers, never forget an important number again. Just wrote it out of thin air. Like, love it. Now, you might think, I don't have a Bible technique, but it makes you think, well, what could I use that would be in the Bible that would translate over here? So it makes you think. And sometimes you can't think of things, and so you just delete it. But the Loki method for remembering names, a unique way to remember numbers and dates that will shock you. So these are the little bitty bullets that can get somebody to say yes to your offer that fast. And like everything else, you can create even more by creating it magically. Now, one thing I want to say is, look, discover the secret trick to remember any appointment without using a planner. Okay, so really specific stuff like that. But you do not want to overpopulate your blueprint. A lot of people get carried away because it's so easy. You just point and click and it's magical, right? But you don't want to have more than 10 entries ever for any entry, and most of them you want to have 3 to 5 because you'll just slow down the AI too much, and you don't want to do that. And on down we go. Now, I think that you get the idea, but whoa, what about this bonus stuff? What about testimonials? Well, obviously I didn't have any testimonials, and we don't want to just fake testimonials, right? We don't want to make up bonuses. We can. I can come in here and go, I need a bonus for this, and look at this. Benson will actually name the bonuses for me. How cool is that? Maybe give you ideas for bonuses that you didn't have. Super easy. But I'm going to show you how to do all of this all at once by using the Ninja Blueprint option. Ninja will pick up testimonials and bonuses, 5,000 words of text that you can be picked up like that, and separate them all out for you, making it super easy. If you have that data and you want to get that data, the Ninja is your way to go. We'll show you that here in a second. Then just back down here to your URLs and etc. Now, I've got my blueprint ready to roll for this. All I got to do is fill out my first name, my last name. But as you'll see in day 2, I'm going to wait until I select a specific project that I want to create, because that project will say, hey, what's your first name? And I'll just enter it there, and I enter it once and I'm done. How easy. Now, if you want to do it here, you certainly can, but I like to do it as I go. Okay, now that is the starter blueprint. What about the Ninja Blueprint? Well, you're gonna have to wait just 1 second on that one, because I got something else I gotta show you. And that's how to get what we call a targeted blueprint. Now, we're going to automate this for Benson Pro members in the near future, but for now, you can do this manually, and it's pretty simple to do. Let me show you how to do it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scroll back up here to the top, and I'm gonna scroll down to what the avatar what the avatars are that Benson said that I should sell to. I deleted one of them. I'm going to sell the 2 just for this demo. Students and older adults. As you can tell, completely different people, right? They need completely different dreams, completely different promises, completely different goals. Benson understands how to write to each. And if you do this, you can sell the same offer to twice as many people. So you can see why this can actually turn copy into cash, right? That's what you're in the challenge for, okay? You need to be selling to different avatars and tell to them specifically. Don't try to sell to them all at once. Now you can, don't get me wrong, that's a perfectly fine blueprint and you can create great copy out of it. But if you want to go the extra mile and target specific people, this is how you do it. Okay, let's look at students and older adults. All I have to do is go to Benson, and I'm going to do the same thing I just did, except I'm going to add one phrase. I'm going to create a new blueprint, so I'm going to go over here to the dashboard, and I'm going to create a new blueprint by clicking that right here. I'm going to stay in starter. I'll say memory offer students, okay? So I'm going to use the same copy that I did down here, and now I'm going to change people to college students. That's all I'm doing. All I'm doing. Click, create my blueprint. Benson goes to work, as you can see here on the screen. And in a few seconds, we're going to have a targeted blueprint specific to college students, and you're going to see the difference. It's amazing what the differences are, okay? You were before and afters are all about students then, right? So you're going to fill in the same information again. So college students, high school students, learning enthusiasts. So just to make things easier, I just deleted that one because I just want to focus on college students or high school students. And I might even delete high school students and only focus on college students, but you'll get the idea. Now, I want you to look at the differences in the goals, okay? Perform better in school, retain information more easily, learn new study techniques, boost confidence and academic abilities, increase focus and concentration, okay? Ace exams, get top grades, okay? Impress your professors. Completely different. If you did that marketing copy to senior citizens, they would not know what planet you're on, right? But it's the same exact offer. The same exact offer. Now everything is completely tailored to that one particular avatar. So you can take an offer and do this to it. And let me tell you, it's worth the extra work if you want to put into it, because that will help you more than anything that I can teach you today. Think about targeted avatars. Okay, so here's your very first challenge task. This is what I want you to do. I want you to create a general blueprint for any offer, either your offer or a demo offer. It's perfectly fine. And only use 30 to 300 words. That's all you're gonna need. So you don't need a lot of words to do this. Then you wanna pick the avatars that you like inside Benson and use one of those avatars to create a targeted blueprint. So you're gonna end up with 2 blueprints, one general, one targeted. That is your first assignment. All right, now I'm gonna show you the Ninja Blueprint. This is awesome if you need testimonials pulled out, bonuses pulled out, if you have more than 500 words written, if you wanna take the exact words that you, or maybe even someone that you're trying to emulate, they've written, so Benson can pull that exactly and learn from that. This is what you wanna do. Let's do this with a product that isn't mine. We're doing this as a demo, right? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back to my dashboard, and I'm going to create a new blueprint, and I'm going to toggle over to Ninja. Now, when you toggle over to Ninja, unless you have Ninja as an add-on, you're going to see a little, hey, you want to upgrade to Ninja? Just click that button. It's right now, as the time of this filming, it's $39 for 90 days, so it's very inexpensive. And you can upgrade and just take a couple of minutes to upgrade your account, then refresh your browser, and you'll see what I'm looking at right here. Now, we need to grab some copy to make this work. And since we were doing memory, I figured why not do something that maximizes brain power? We kind of stay on the same subject. But notice this has got a lot of stuff in it, right? A lot of stuff in it. It's got modules, it's got bonuses, it's got a bunch of stuff. So what if I could just come in here and literally select all, Command A on an Apple, Command C to copy. What if I could do that and go over here and say memory, product, and I'll say Ninja. I'm going to copy this in here. And now I'm going to show you a couple of tricks to make this even better. The very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut anything that I don't like. You can cut this. It's not necessary, but it's okay to do this. And the other thing I'm going to do is they talk about modules. Well, I know in Benson we don't have modules, we have features. So I'm just made this note. The modules are features, treat them as individual features, and treat the text descriptions underneath each module as feature details. This is just going to make it a little easier for me, and Benson will pick up more on the copy. Now, this is 3,188 words. So it's going to take a little longer than the 15 seconds that you saw earlier for the starter blueprint. In fact, it can take about 90 seconds because what Benson is doing in this 90 seconds, it's analyzing the copy. It's finding all the places that we've trained it to look, all the goals, all the objections, all the benefits, all the bonuses, all the testimonials, figuring out how to parse all that out, what to keep, what to write if it doesn't find the things that it needs to find, and basically how do we apply this to what we're wanting to achieve. And it's figuring all this out in under 90 seconds. So while it's doing that, you can grab a cup of coffee or grab a sip of water, and when you come back, this is going to be done. All right, it's already done. Was able to find out the bio, first name, last name, the credentials of the author, okay, how long the author's been available and working in the industry, memory training, brain training, the avatars he's selling to, busy professionals, graduate students, and competitive memory athletes. I didn't even know there was such a thing, but obviously he said that somewhere in his copy. Now, do you see how important this is? Like, if you wanted to see why is this memory offer working so well, memory athletes, did you even know there was such a thing? I mean, I don't have a memory product. I'm using this as a demo, but I didn't know. Maybe that's a common thing, but it's kind of cool. Now, look at the goals. Maximize brain power, increase self-awareness, become a super learner. Oh, the copy is really sexy here. This is awesome. Okay, unlock your full potential, transform your life and your career in 30 days is his promise. And all of this was captured with Ninja. And if you scroll down here, you'll start noticing it's got the offer details caught. We do not take the offer name. We make you fill that in manually because there could be 5 different names of products or bonuses and things like that. So we want to make sure we get that right. You just fill it in once. And we scroll all the way down here, and you get all the modules are now in the features because I told it to. Look at this, pulled all of them out. Isn't that cool? So if I could send out an email, all I gotta do is just send out an email. Super easy, it's all in there, right? Super easy. Benefits all in there. Again, hooks not in there because we prefer that you make them like this, but boom, the mastermind system, I'll take that one just for the grins. And I would go through the same exact process that you saw me go through earlier, pulled out the sales bullets in his language, the guy that wrote it. Now, whoa, but you saw testimonials, right? Check this out. I thought so too at first. But guess what? These testimonials are not testimonials. At least they are testimonials, but they're actually embedded. This right here is a graphic. So that's why I couldn't grab it. But if this was not a graphic, see these, clicking on it right here? If that wasn't a graphic, it would have grabbed the testimonials as easy as it grabbed everything else. But how easy is this? The whole thing, boom, done, that fast. Okay, that's it. Do all of that and you've successfully completed day 1 of the challenge. Now you can take the rest of the day off and come back tomorrow for day 2, or if you're feeling great and you want to press on, you actually want to put this blueprint to work, then let's hit it hard on day 2 right now. It's up to you. Day 2 is where you start creating copy that sells, turning your masterpiece blueprint into words that convert and persuade. We're going to give you 5 different ways to do that, 5 different types of copy that you can create. You can do all 5, or you can just do one that you need right now. It's completely up to you. Take your pick, and I'll see you in day 2.